I'm Kyra. Welcome to day 8 of Viva La Vegan. Today I'm going to talk about egg substitutions. One thing I want to clarify is that some things that are marketed as egg substitutes, like egg beaters, are really egg white. So make sure that if you're trying to go all vegan, you make sure that you're not getting something that is an egg white, but something that actually replaces the egg. First of all, there are different kinds of egg substitutions. When you think about what you want it to do for your dish. For example, with cake, the eggs are used as a leavening agent and they help make it light and fluffy. But with things like cookies and quick breads, the egg acts as a moisture agent and as a binder to help keep things glued together. Also consider how your egg substitute will affect the overall taste of your finished product. For instance, a banana is sweet, and so it might work out well in a muffin or a cookie, but if you were making something more savory, you might not want to have that sweet flavor in it. I'm going to tell you what some of the different things you can use instead of an egg, how they work. First of all, one that is very popular is Energy Egg Replacer, and it has no animal products. It is also kosher. Make sure that if you choose a different brand of egg replacer that you read the ingredients, because it might actually include egg white. But egg replacer is free and clear of all animal products, and this is also gluten-free as well. It is very versatile. You just use 1.5 teaspoons of egg replacer, and you combine it with 2 tablespoons of water for each egg that you want to do. And I have found that using warm water makes it a little bit fluffier. If I'm making something fluffy like a cake, I always make sure to add this in the warm water ahead of time, and I like to let it sit and it kind of gets fluffy. There's my 2 tablespoons of water. You could also use soy milk. I have a couple different kinds of whisks. Tiny little whisk works really well. I also like this one from Pampered Chef. It's kind of neat how it's flat. But I find that as you let this sit, it does get fluffier. If I'm just making cookies or something, I might just dump the egg replacer and the water straight into the dish, straight into the batter without mixing it ahead of time. All right, you'll notice that that will start to get a little fluffier as well. All right, so egg replacer, it goes great in all kinds of things. You can use it in cake, cookies, quick breads, muffins. It works very well. And it doesn't really have any flavor either, so it's a great replacement. Another idea would be flaxseed meal, and I buy ground flaxseed. If you buy whole flax seeds, then you'll want to grind them first, either in a food processor or blender, or a coffee grinder works great for that. I have a coffee grinder that's just dedicated to seeds and things so that my baked goods don't end up tasting like coffee. To make a flax egg, you will take 1 tablespoon of flax meal, and by the way, flax meal is best kept in the freezer so that it doesn't go rancid. 1 tablespoon of flax meal and 3 tablespoons of water, and again, I find that warm water works best, or it works faster anyway. And then you will stir it until it gets thick and gelatinous. And sometimes I find that it helps to just warm it in the microwave a tiny bit to help that process along, maybe 10 seconds or less, and then stir it and then heat it a little bit more if needed. But what I find really amazing about this is that it does get thick and gelatinous, and it ends up with a very egg-like consistency. And this will work great in baked goods as well, like cookies, muffins, cakes, and such. Another, chia seeds can be used the same way. Grind up 1 tablespoon of chia seeds in your coffee grinder and then soak them in 3 tablespoons of water. And again, warm water is going to act a little faster. You'll need to let it soak for 5 to 10 minutes before you use it in your recipe. And all of these that I'm telling you are equivalent to 1 egg. Another egg replacer is 1 tablespoon of vinegar mixed together with 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And you can use either white vinegar or apple cider vinegar. They both work. I know, vinegar instead of an egg. Who knew? Another one would be silken tofu. 1/4 of a cup of silken tofu. Blend it in with the liquid ingredients until it's creamy. Is a good substitute for an egg. However, it will tend to make it a little heavy and thick, so it would work best for things that doesn't matter in, like maybe a cookie or quick bread, not in something that needs to be light and fluffy. Another half of a smashed banana or 1/4 of a cup of applesauce. Either of those can also work instead of an egg. However, they replace the moisture. They do not help make your baked item light and fluffy. So keep that in mind. If it was in a quick bread or something, you'd want to make sure that there was also baking soda or baking powder to help make that recipe fluffy. I hope I've given you some food for thought here. There are a lot of ways to use an egg. Now, if what you're looking, or use instead of an egg, but if you are looking for something that actually has the texture of eggs to eat, then of course we're going to fall back on tofu, which we talked about last week. And you can actually use tofu to make a frittata or a scramble, and you will get a really similar texture. But in baked goods, all of these things are great substitutes. Thank you. Have a great day.